So today I turned 25 and damn. I realized after posting a few videos I haven't really introduced myself, explained a little bit about myself or the purpose of creating this channel, and I felt like today's video was the perfect time to do that. So just a little bit about me. My name is Auden. I am originally from Chicago. However, I attended the University of Missouri for undergrad, where I received my degree in psychology and a minor in business. So a lot different from trying to pursue a photography career, as well as, starting a YouTube channel to document that. But it's crazy. I feel like, somebody who's 25, there's this expectation to just have it figured out, and I feel like I'm just now even getting to the beginning stages of that. Just finding what I want to do in my life and finding my own happiness has been a bit of a challenge for me. For the last few years, really just since COVID, I feel like I haven't really been myself. I've just been searching for that moment of feeling young again, or just having the joy that comes with being young. From graduating and accepting the first decent job to relocating to Texas for work, I just feel like I've been going through the motions, and ultimately I had to just make a change, and I felt like that change was pursuing photography, and just taking it a step back. I even remember buying my first camera, the Canon M50, which is what I'm using to record this video today. And I remember buying that camera for an upcoming trip that I had with my line brothers a little bit over a year ago. And my goal was to basically just document everything and make a recap video. Now, while that recap video never happened, what that trip did do was kickstart this desire to just want to capture moments. Kickstart this desire I had for photography since I was younger. I had dabbled in it a little bit, you could say, in high school, in undergrad. I was the one who pulled out his phone or whatever and captured moments, whether we were just out kicking it, events, what have you. That was just always natural to me. I love to be able to just go back and rewatch fun moments that we've had. So, that trip kind of kickstarted those desires again. And there was about a 3 to 4 month stretch where photography was really my focus, ultimately landing me a grad shoot opportunity. And although I felt like I was finding my lane, it wasn't paying the bills. It wasn't, as being a recent grad, I had bills to pay, and photography just wasn't getting that done. And so I ended up spending time back home in Chicago after the end of my lease, and I lucked up and found an opportunity in Texas for work. I ended up landing a job that relocated me here to Texas with one of my closest friends, and I pretty much accepted it with little to no thought. It paid good money. It got me in a big city, and I knew people in Texas, but I would be working, and I would know my best friend. And I just had this mentality of I was gonna make it work. So I moved all my stuff down to Texas, drove 9-10 hours from Columbia, Missouri down to Texas. And life had other plans, man. Life had other plans. It was a struggle for me. I tried to maintain a 9 to 5 while pursuing my passions, and it was hell. I ended up just trying to go full into this career, make as much money, and then pivot. And earlier this year I was let go. It was a humbling experience. It was a frustrating experience. And I felt like I was just in the middle of Texas now with no job and nothing to do. And it was at this moment that I thought, do I need to just pursue these things that bring me happiness? I sat there for a while thinking, what really makes you happy? What really wakes you up in the morning and just gets you going? And the first thing that came into my mind was photography. And, you know, I just thought then and there, like, this is your time to pursue it. If you're ever going to have a time, it is now. And for a while, I struggled with motivation, you know, those thoughts of, I don't know where to start. There's my peers around me doing exceptionally well. I'm looking at other photographers and videographers, and I'm just like, wow, like they're so much further ahead, you know, than I am. And it ate me up. You know, I thought I wasn't qualified. I thought I wasn't talented enough. And for a couple of months, I really struggled with motivation. And, you know, I remember there was a trip actually this past June that I had coming up. And I remember planning for that trip, and I stumbled across this TikTok. I saw this video of this guy. He had a camera in his hand, and it was unlike any camera I'd ever seen. And there's like a prism on top. And so in looking at him capture this photo, I fell in love with just the results, like the colors, the saturation. So I go in the comments, you know, I'm looking for whatever camera it is. I find it. I think it was like a Nikon F3. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do my research, and I just am open to this world of film photography. And again, just all those thoughts of why I loved it in the first place came back, right? Composing an image, and just capturing moments. That's really what it's about. And so I impulsively bought my first film camera, Canon AE1 program. And ever since, I feel like we've been locked in, like we really have. And I remember taking it to Denver, buying like Gold 200, Portra 4 and 800, and I captured everything. You know, even if I didn't compose the image right, or, you know, I wasn't even metering for my photography at that point, but I think it was just the joy in capturing beautiful moments that really stood out for me, or stood out to me rather, and it just brought me a level of peace, fulfillment, and motivation that I never really experienced before. And I felt like when I came back, I was just locked in on a different level, and that ultimately led me to just record this video, but more importantly, start this channel. You know, I really just want a space that documents my creative journey, my success, my failure, everything that I learned in between. You know, I'm not perfect, but if I could just document that, have a place to document that, but also serve as an inspiration to anyone who may have felt similar to me, you know, just not really knowing where to start, not knowing where to get your footing, not having the courage to start. If I could just find one person out there to just inspire to just go ahead and do it, then this channel is a success. And I just thought it would be cool to have a place to just grow, you know, like 1 year, 2, 3 years from now, to just look back at, you know, where I started and, you know, how much I've grown. I just feel like it would be a beautiful thing to see. So that's really the purpose of this channel, a little bit about me, and that pretty much wraps up today's video. If you stayed this far, I just want to thank you. Even if you clicked on this video, thank you for the support. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, my goal right now is to post weekly. Eventually, I do want to post twice a week, but right now it is posting weekly. So yeah, man, just stay tuned. We've got good content to come, and just thank you for supporting me this far. But yeah, until the next video, peace.